Come in. Online students, am I audible to you people? Right. So let us move to the further. So I hope students, so you might practice yesterday's class. Practice now. Right. So database connection. I mean, so there we are into the discussion of methods of class. Methods to be defined in a class of Python. So three types of methods are there. Instance method is completed, and we are entering into the class level method. So let us start understanding about the class level method. Simple. And class level methods are basically used to perform common operations for all the objects of same class. Nothing but, in other words, instance method, which they are performing the operations on every object. So they are called what methods? Object level methods. Similar manner, we are learning for performing common operations here. So class level methods I am using, students. Class level methods are used for performing common operations, common operations, common operations on all the objects of, on all the objects of which class? Same class. On all objects of same class. Okay. So then, how to define this kind of thing? How to supply common values for all the objects of same class? Through class level method, I can go for it. So what is the syntax for defining? Every class level method must preceded by a decorator. Already I said the decorator concept. At the rate class method, class method. Here I need to write at the rate class method, where I will write it def, def. I am taking. What is the method name? Class level method name. Class level method of what I will take? CLS, comma list of formal params. List of formal params, if any. List of formal params, if any. So there I will write it. There I will write it. Block of statements. We basically go for, you can specify what level data members, class level data members. We already discussed about class level data members, how to mention it, and performs which operation? Common operations. Performs common operations here. So students, this is our topic. Suppose if I remove this decorator, it is just like a normal method only. It is just like a normal method only. So we are trying to say at the rate of class method, then this method is called class level method. So here, every class level method, every class level method, every class level method must be preceded with, must be preceded with a predefined decorator, a predefined decorator. What is the decorator? What is the predefined decorator? What is the definition of decorator? Hmm? What is the decorator? నోట్ చెప్పుకుంటే ఏమొస్తుంది? వాట్ ఇస్ ద డెకరేటర్? చదివా ఇప్పుడు? రెడ్ ద నోట్స్, రెడ్ ద నోట్స్ నౌ. నౌ గుడ్. At least notes reading, and then you need to say a decorator is one of the function which will provide additional processing capability to the normal function. So if we go to this place, if we go to this place 7 a.m., 9 a.m., under the decorator, decorators here you see number of examples which I said to you. There I said decorator. A decorator is one of the function which will provide additional processing capability to the normal function. చూడండి మొద్దు బావులు, already it is there. It's a syntax, beautiful syntax. Function, inner function, everything is written. A number of examples also explained. So now I'm going to enter into this. How you can call it? This is a way to define. This is a way to define how you can call it. How you can call it. Every class level method, every class level method must be accessed it must be accessed it, must be accessed with respect to, must be accessed with respect to, I can say class name, with respect to class name, or you can also access with respect to CLS. CLS. If I go to the syntax here, class name dot, class name dot, I'm writing here class level method name, class level method name, I'm writing. Or we can also write it class level method name of. We can also write it as what? Same to same, I can write it. Same to same, I can write it. CLS, I can write it. Where to use CLS, I'm going to tell you now. CLS. So this is to be used inside of, to be used inside of class level method only. Class level method only. Class level method only we will use it. And this is the syntax point about it. What is CLS also I will tell you. Like what is self, like that. What is CLS also I will give you. Let us go to the programming now. So let us go to the class level method. PyCharm, you take it. So go to the new, of course, maybe same only. Close it. Yesterday, my new batch started, evening 6 p.m. One student who is an MTech student, BTech వాళ్ళ పరిస్థితి అయిపోయింది ఇప్పుడు. MTech student who came and first question, because yesterday I did not ask first question, but last moment I asked it, how many alphabets are there? He said 36. నాకు చాలా ఫన్నీగా అనిపించింది. 36. ఎవడు నేను వినలేదు ఇంతవరకు. ఇన్ మై ఎక్స్పీరియన్స్ ఐ డిడ్ నాట్ లెర్న్ 30. ఐ డిడ్ నాట్ హియర్ 36. 26 విన్నాం because you said 26. 36 is said. Immediately I got a doubt. What is the qualification? MTech CSC, AIML మళ్ళా AIML అయిపోయింది, completed. So alphabets also don't know. Maybe he become mad after learning that AIML by their faculties. I don't know. Finally he said 36. Everybody laughed like anything, and he become very much disappointed. He came and said, "Sir, by mistake," I said. "Mistake only. That's why people are laughing. We don't know alphabets also." So 36, 26, 52. మళ్ళీ మీరు 26 అంటున్నారు మళ్ళా. మనం కూడా అంతే డాక్ టైలే. So come to the point of it. That's why, student, at least some basics required, minimum basics required. Anyhow, try to, because by seeing that new things in the class, we'll be sharing with you people in the classroom. So class level method, example 1.py, class level method example 1.py. So I'm going to take up here, I'm going to write it. So let us take the first example. Class, I'm taking employee, class employee. What I used to say earlier, I used to specify the class level data members inside. What is this now? Something like COMP name, company name is equal to something like I'm writing IBM, and I'm writing city. In city is equal to HYD, I'm writing it. These are all called what? Inside the class definition. Go to the syntax for defining a class. Syntax for defining a class here. Go to this place. Oops, you take it. Under that class, you take it. Syntax, you take it. Syntax for defining a class. Class name, class level data members. This I was already explained to you. Class level data member. Today we are coming to this place, class method. So coming to this place, these are class level data members. In another way, you can represent that class level data member, which will supply the common values to all the objects of the same class. Through what? Class level method you can take it. How do you define that? At the rate class method, at the rate class method. Keep the mobile in the bag, మొబైల్లో పెట్టుకోండి, అది మనం బ్యాగ్లో పెట్టుకుంటే చాలా హెల్తీగా మంచిది. అది దగ్గర పెట్టుకున్నారనుకో రేడియేషన్ ఎందుకు అదంతా. సో మొబైల్ లేకుండా మనకు ప్రాబ్లమా? రైట్, కమ్ టు ద పాయింట్ ఆఫ్ ఇట్. క్లాస్ లెవెల్ మెథడ్ and there I'm going to write it DEF. I'm going to take up get values. Get values I'm writing. See, automatically what is coming? CLS is coming. CLS is coming. తీసేద్దాం ఇది. Remove that. Now I'll write it DEF get values. If I say that, automatically what is coming? Self is coming. That is which method? Instance method. How do you know that it is an instance method? No decorator called at the rate class method. No decorator called at the rate what? Static method. And don't think that only self. Suppose, for example, I will ask like this. In place of self, I will write KVR. Which method it is? Still instance method only. Because in place of self, I can write my name also, I said. But internationalization rule says what? Write what here, students? Self, you need to write it. I hope you are following me. Right, students? Now I'm going to write it. Get values. There I'm going to write it. Come out of that. Now I'm going to mention it. Here you write it. CLS, class level method. You must write it. What is CLS contains? What is self, you tell me? Self అంటే ఏంటి అసలు? Do you know yourself? What is self? What is self? 3 points చెప్పాను yesterday. 3 points I said. What are the 3 points? Self is one of the first positional formal parameter in the instance method. Second point, what I said? Self contains a memory address of the current object or contains a reference of the current object. Third point, I said what? Self is a first positional parameter to be used inside the corresponding method body only. You cannot access in the other part of the program. I said or not? చిలుక పలుకుల్లాగా చెప్పాను నేను. మీరు ఏం చేస్తున్నారు ఇప్పుడు? మాట్లాడట్లేదు, అసలు క్లాస్కి రావట్లేదు. ఓకే ఆన్లైన్. ఓకే ఆన్లైన్ మీన్స్ ఓకే ఓకే అమ్మా, గుడ్. Online, offline, anywhere else you should be in the class. That is my advice. Because when I'm not seeing in offline, I'll ask you, because I'll remember every student, where are you, how you are, where you are all. So coming to the point of it, now I'll go to at the rate class method. DEF get values. There I'm going to take it. Inside of that, what is CLS contains? The name of the class. CLS contains the name of the class. Every class level data member, types of data members you see, students, types of data members. Data members of the class must be accessed with respect to class name, CL, and object name. I was already accessed it. This one is accessed it. This I shown you already. This also I was shown you already. And this we are seeing now. To be used inside of what? Class level method name only. Now I'm going to use it. Inside the class level method, you can write the employee dot comp name is equal to IBM. I can write it. This is the one way. You can also write employee is the class name present in where? CLS. You can write happily what here? CLS. You can write it. CLS, you can write it. Here I'm writing CLS dot, no problem. So what is the CLS? Is also an implicit variable. Is also an implicit. In place of CLS, I can write my name also, no problem. But for internationalization rules is concerned, we need to write what? Self. It is also an implicit generalized rule which contains the name of the current class. Name of the current class. Self contains what? Current object reference is present. What is the difference between self and CLS? CLS will contain the name of the current class. Self will contain the reference of the current object. Are you okay? So this can be written as what, you know? This can be written as something like this also. Or employee dot company name. Next I'm writing it. CLS dot, what is this now? City is equal to, I can write HYD. HYD I can write it. CLS I can write it. CLS I can write it. This also can be written as something like this. City is equal to, I can write it. City is equal to, I can write it. HYD I am writing it. That's all. What these two are called? Class level data members. Class level data members are common for all the objects of which class? Same class. Coming to main program. And how you can access them? How you can access them? Print. Company name is equal to, you have to access the class level data members. All I'll write it. Here, I'll write a simple comment. Here, COMP name and the next is called city or called class level data members. Class level data members, which will supply the common values. Which will supply the common values. Now I'm writing there. COMP name, comma. I'm going to write it. There I'm going to write it. COMP name. What I will write it? How to access this as company name? Come on. Can I write a CLS dot something like a company name? You cannot. Why? CLS is a positional formal parameter. Where you can use positional parameters inside the corresponding method body only. You cannot access outside the program. If at all you write it, so I'm writing here company name. You will get an error. What is the error name? Hmm? What is the error name? Hmm? Palakanda. What is the error name? Options ఇస్తాను. Actually options ఇవ్వకూడదు నేను. Options I am going to give you. Options attribute error, option C type error, option C syntax error, option D name error. Come on. What is that? ఇంకా ఇవ్వాలా? 4 కదా ఉండేది. కమాన్, వాట్ ఇస్ అన్ ఆన్సర్? మీరు అసలు నాకు చాలా కోపం ఎక్కువ మిమ్మల్ని చూస్తే, అసలు ఫస్ట్ చదువుకోకుండా వచ్చే వాళ్ళని చూస్తే. దిస్ ఈస్ కాల్డ్ అన్నోన్. ఎనీథింగ్ ఈజ్ అన్నోన్ ఇన్ ద ప్రోగ్రామ్. ఐ సెడ్ ఆల్రెడీ ఇన్ ద క్లాస్, దట్ ఈస్ కాల్డ్ నేమ్ ఎర్రర్. అండ్ యువర్ కోర్స్ ఈజ్ ఆల్మోస్ట్ అబౌట్ టు కంప్లీట్ ఇన్ ఏ మంత్. This is today is the 2nd. Almost it is going to complete on 2nd or 3rd January. మీరు ఇంతవరకు don't know what is the error now. What is CLS here? Is an unknown thing which is outside, which is going to be called what? Name error. Name error. If you become a doctor, patient will be out. You have to recognize what is an error. Attribute error will come what? In an object, any unknown variable is present, that is called attribute error. Don't know that? మీరు చదువుతే కదా ఎప్పుడన్నా, రోజు తిడతా ఉన్నాం మిమ్మల్ని అసలు. సో CLS dot company name, it is a name error. We should not access this CLS inside. That's why I wrote CLS dot class level data member name to be used inside the class level method name only. You cannot access outside. So I will write what here? Employee. Employee dot what? Company name. Employee name dot company name. Just to try to print it. It is going to print some company name. What is the name here? COMP name. COMP name. Employee. So that, okay. This is going to give you an error still. Why? These are present inside of what? Method. So to get the values of the method, first I have to call the method or not? So first I have to call the method. What is the method name? Class level method. Class level method must be called with respect to class name. What is the class name now? Employee dot get values. Get values. This is called calling which method? Class level method. Class level method with respect to what? With respect to class name. With respect to class name. With respect to class name. So see that now. Once you are calling, these are getting executed. So I can happily print the data. So see that company name is equal to IBM. This is the data present inside the method. You have to call it. Next I will print what here? Print of what? Company city. Company located city is equal to, I can write it, employee dot, what is this now? City. You try to execute it now. So I'm getting this type of answer like this. See students, now I'm going to create an object. Create an object of what? Employee. Create an object of employee. EO is equal to employee. EO is equal to employee. This is an object. Object does not contain class level data members. Class level data members are present only in the global to the objects of same class. You try to print it, print content of what? Content of EO is equal to, how do you print the content? EO dot underscore underscore dict. What is the answer now? Empty. Empty is going to come. Empty. Empty means what? Class level data members are not part of object. So how you can make it to access? You can access because all these things are global to what? EO1, EO2, EO3. If you just go for EO1 is an object, EO2 is an object, EO3 is an object, EON is an object. For all the things global are what? Company name is there. Next is what? City. Both the values are global. You can access them. How you can access them? Now I'm going to take up company name of this one. How do you call it? EO dot, EO dot. This is called EO dot. It is not there actually, but you are calling. CM of the state is a class level data member, but you will call citizen of Hyderabad dot CM. Any citizen of Hyderabad dot CM is going to get the name of the CM, which is a class level data member. See the answer now. Am I getting with respect to the object or not? You can call with respect to what here? You see object name dot CLS dot class name dot also you can call, but a CLS to be used only inside the method only. You cannot access outside the things. So accessing class level data members, these are all very, very important. Accessing class level data members, class level data members with respect to what name? Class name. Class name. Accessing the class level data members with respect to class name. Here also. Accessing the class level data members with respect to what name here? Object name. Here I am writing object name. Here I am writing with respect to object name. Here I am writing with respect to object name. So I think you are getting it. So this is object creation. Print of something like this is written. Okay, that is the part of it. We are calling the class level method with respect to class name. That is the first thing we are getting it. What is CLS is containing? CLS is the first positional parameter which contains the name of the class, and the CLS to be used inside the corresponding method body only. We cannot access any other part of it. Like a CLS, what you have written it in this place, like a self, now I am writing what is CLS. What is CLS? And now I am going to write it. What is CLS? Simple. CLS is one of the implicit object which contains current class name, which contains what? Current class name, which contains current class name. Self CLS always to be used as first position, first formal parameter in where? Class level method. Class level method. Since self CLS is one of the formal parameter, so that it can access inside the corresponding class level method only. Class level method only. Class level method definition only, but not possible to access in other part of the program. That is called as CLS. A person knows oops or not. This is the main pillars for you. What are the types of methods, types of data members, how to access them? That is called pillars for you. I think you are following me. Now, how do you access the class level methods with respect to class name? You already got it. With respect to CLS, I want to show you. So online students, go to the place, same program. I want to go for class level method 2. I want to go for class level method 2. Go to the class level method 2 example.py. There I am going to take it. Here I will take it. Try to take up this. Here I am writing it. See students, this is called one class level method. Here I am writing. Here I am writing. One more thing, at the rate class method. One more class method I am writing it. Here I am writing DE of, this is called get COMP name. COMP name. Event తీసేస్తాను అసలు. Remove this entire thing. Get COMP name. DE of get city. Get city. Here company name is called what? Class level data member. Class level data member and Class level data member. And here what is next? City is called what here? City is called what here? Come on. Class level data member again. Class level data member again. Now I will go for the main program. Tell me, how do you call it? Same thing. They are class level methods. How you can call with respect to class name? This is called a class level method name. Class level method name. This is another class level method name. So here this is another class level method name. How you can call it with respect to class name? Employee dot get company name. Company name. Next is called employee dot get what? City. City. After that you can print. After that you can print. Both of them you can print like this. You can print. Once you are calling both of them, accessing the class level data methods with respect to class name, you try to execute, output is going to come. Next, this is one thing. Next one I'm going to tell you. This is called a 2.py. Second one I'm going to tell you. Third one, how a class level method can be called by another class level method. 3.py. 3.py. There I'm going to take out the same thing. In this place you come. There I'm trying to write it. Class level method 3. You call it as what? Get call as what is this now? Calling class level method with respect to what name? Class name. Okay. It goes to where? Employee, get company name. Company name is an answer is coming. And you are trying to print company.city, error will come. Error will come. Look at that. Company name is coming and you are trying to call with respect to another one, city, which is not there, attribute error. So then how do you call this? How do you call this now? I am going to say, to get this city, anyhow you are calling company name. From this place, you are trying to call what? Get city method. From which method? Class level method. From class level method, you are calling another class level method. How do you call it? CLS dot get to city. Get to city. You can also call as what? Employee dot get city also you can call. Get city also you can call. Calling the class level method with respect to CLS, because CLS you are in the corresponding method body only. Now you will get the full answer. So here full answer is coming. So here we understood instance method, calling another instance method inside. How do you call? One instance method can call another instance method with respect to what? Self. Explicitly you call with respect to what? Object name. One class level method to be called another class level method inside with respect to what? CLS. Outside we'll write what? Class name dot. One instance method can call class level method with respect to inside and outside by using what? Class name only. Class level method can call instance method with respect to what? Object of same class. Object of same class you have to call it. This is the 4 directions you can call. That part already done in the previous instance method level only. So this is the most important. I hope that it is more clear. I think it is more clear. So coming to this part, after finishing this, you can go for, if you want to add one instance method also for this cycle, add one more instance method to this example. Go to this place. Now I'm going to take up class level method and example 4.py. Now I'm going to take up, carry this example. Here I'm going to write it. Keep it like this. Now I'm going to write it. One instance method. What is the instance method? Get employee details. Get employee details. This is called self-related. So I'm writing here self.envo is equal to int of input of enter employee number. Self.name is equal to input of enter employee name. enter employee name, enter employee name. Next self dot sal is equal to float of what here? Input of enter employee salary, enter employee salary, enter employee salary. Okay, done. This is my specific data. Now I want to display DEF display EMP values, EMP values. So here values of self, I will print complete details. I am printing complete details. So there I am printing backslash T employee number colon I will write it dot format of self dot E and O print of what here backslash T employee name employee name dot format of self dot name self dot name self dot name. Okay, next print of I will write it backslash T employee salary employee salary. So there I will write it dot format of self dot sal print of what backslash T employee company name company name. I already know that company name is called what type? Class level data member. I can write employee dot what is this now? Company name. You cannot write. Can I write CLS here? Can I write CLS here? Hmm. చెప్పండి మధుబాబులు. No, na, yes, sir. No, because CLS is one of the formal parameter here. You cannot access the formal parameters outside of the function, which I said in the functions only, right? So similarly, I will print what here? Print of backslash T employee employee. This is company name. Next is called what? Employee. What is the city? Employee company city. Company city is equal to I will write it dot format of what? Employee dot city employee dot city. So this is done. Go to this place now. Done. Here I will write it simply. This part you remove. You are calling company name. Company name is calling what? City. So it is ready. What I should do now? I need to go for employee details and then this one I need to go for it. Are you following me? Then tell me how you can call it. How you can call it. Here I want to go for doing this. This is the one we have. So what you will do? Now I need to call these details or not? Which one? Employee details I need to call? Display employee details I need to call. Come on, create an object of what? Create an object of what? మీకేం అర్థమవుతట్లేదు చూస్తూ ఉంటే. By seeing you, I'm getting that feeling. Create an object of employee class object. Because these are instance methods I need to call. Create an object. EO is equal to employee. EO dot print of what? చూడండి మధుబాబులో. Content of EO is equal to EO dot underscore dictive. See this first. You are going to get it nothing. Even though I was called these things, they are not available as a part of object. EO dot get employee details. When you call it, what details are present you see inside. Employee number, employee name and salary only available as a part of object, but class level data members are not available as a part of object. Very perfectly I am giving you the clarity here. RS here, 4.5 here. You have only this data only, but not class level data members. Then now I am going to display the content. How do you display the content? EO dot display employee values. So call this executing. Enter the number here 1000 RS 4.5. Perfectly output is coming. Class level data members, and particular values are also coming. This is calling something like this. You can also call this as what? After calling this, you can go for what? At the end of it, you can call it as what? Self dot. What is this now? Display. Dot what? Display values. Calling. Calling instance method, right? This is called a calling which method? Class level method. So execute same 100, something like a TR and says 2.3, got the perfect answer. This is all subject expertism in this. Whoops, if you go, you will get like this. మీకు ఏం రాకుండా ఉత్తగా ప్రాక్టీస్ చేయకుండా ఉత్తగా వచ్చారనుకోండి, ఉత్తగా బ్యాగ్ వేసుకొని ఏం రాదు. So if you come without practicing anything, if you come, nothing will come to you. This is a way. Okay. Now if you go to this is a way you need to go for it. Understand? So if you go for last and final, if you go to it, here I am going to write it. This is the way, go to this place. Here I am writing, go to this place. Here I am saying class level method example 4.py, last and final 5.py or 5.py. So take this 5.py. So here you see 5.py. There I am going to carry this. So this is the one. Just try to write it. This you don't write it here. This you don't try to write it here. Create an object of employee. Get employee details. Employee details are accepted. Calling the display. We are getting 3 values. And the company name and then city is not coming. Name error. Attribute error. See that 100. Okay, 00, no problem. RS. And say something like 3.4. Now you are getting an error, attribute error. Because what is not there? Company name not there. And you will get city also not there. Because you did not invoke these functions. So what I do is, this is the function. Before you are going to display, you call which function? Get a company name, you call it. Company name is which method? Class level method. How you can call? Class name. What I will do before going to print? Employee dot, what is this now? Get company name. Calling, what is this now? Calling class level method. Class level method. Class level method from where? Instance method. It is calling company name. Company name is calling what? City. Perfect output will come. It is subjective. 1000 RS 4.7. This is an answer. ఇట్లా పెట్టుకుంటే ఏం రాదు. ఇట్లా ఇట్లా మళ్ళీ ఇట్లా ఏం రాదు. అది దీస్ ఆర్ ఆల్ కాల్డ్ పొజిషన్స్. అదని అది వీడియో ముందు ఇట్లా పొజిషన్స్ ఇస్తా ఉంటారు, చూస్తూ ఉంటాం మనం. సో డోంట్ డూ దట్. Subject you learn like a subject. Understood? Fine. So go to the next. This is called the subject of it. Here it is like that. Inka, if you are so superpower kavalanunte, if you want to become superpower, nameless object concept is there. What is the nameless object? Same thing only. Employee dot of, what is this now? Dot, what is this now? Get employee details. Direct get employee details. Get employee details is going to be called what? How this is working? Employee of is called an object whose reference will go to where? Self. And printing that object dot get details, printing that. From there it is printing. 2 times it is asking the outputs. So here 100, say RS, say something like 1.2. This is printed. One more way is 200, say some TR and 3.4. That output also coming. Right? So come to the point back. This is the output we are getting it. This is an output. This is because of what? Nameless object this is. This is a nameless object we are getting. Getting? Little bit getting? Right. Then open. I will feel little satisfied. So come to the point of it. This is called 5.py. So here I am going to write it. Last and final. So I'm always, in many ways I'm trying to boost you, but you are not preparing well after going to home. So even I boost you in all the directions, The moment when you go to the home, because you are punctured, this side or that side air is going. The moment when you go to the home, no pressure is there in your body because you need to practice well. That is the point here. 6.py 6.py మొత్తం తీసేస్తున్నా ఇక్కడ completely removed. Tell me what should I do? Go to where first? I'll call just only like this. What I'm doing? Employee dot emp dot employee dot what is this now? Get a company name. It is going to the company name. Company name. Company name is calling what? City. City. Here we are here. From there I want to call what? Get employee details. Which method I am calling? From class level method to what? Earlier I was called what? Instance method is calling what? Class level method. Today what is happening? Class level method is calling what? Instance method. Instance to instance, you know. Class to class level method, you know. Instance method to class method, you know. Class method to instance method I am calling. మా ఇంటికి వెళ్ళడానికి 4 రూట్స్ ఉంటాయి. మీ ఇంటికి వెళ్ళడానికి కూడా 4 రూట్సే ఉంటాయి. To go to any house, there are number of routes are there. That number of routes finding is called subject. That is called combing our head in all the directions. So it looks fashion. Subject fashion is this only. If you go to in one direction to the interviewer will play with you. Suppose if you come to me, I'll make you to feel that that day is what life is given. I don't know subject. Next time I should not go to interview. Like that, I'll make you to feel. Once we have a life, we have to be subject oriented. Otherwise, what is the use? మీ వల్ల యూజ్ ఏంటి? సో కమ్ నేను ఇప్పుడు అడుగుతా, మిమ్మల్ని క్వశ్చన్ అడుగుతా ఒక స్టూడెంట్. కమ్ కాల్ వాట్ ఫంక్షన్? గెట్ ఎంప్లాయీ డీటెయిల్స్. వాట్ ఇస్ దిస్ నౌ? ఎంప్లాయీ ఆఫ్ what is the function name? Get a employee details. This is called what here? Calling instance method from where? Instance method from where? Class level method. Class level method with what approach? Nameless object. Object I'm not creating. Nameless object. That is called what? Employee of is called what? Object only. Whose address will be kept in where? Self. It is calling and executing. And that itself is calling what? This part is calling. Beautiful. Execute it. See students. Enter the employee number 100. Next KVR here. Say 0.0 here. See that now. Getting the output. ఇప్పుడు ఎన్ని విధాలుగా చూపించాను మీకు ఆన్సర్. When you go to oops interview, you have to oops the interviewer also. Interview also should be in the fly. Like that you have to explain. Interview also don't know some rules and regulations. Like that you have to explain the subject. To do this, what you need to do? Continuous reading, practicing. Up to you get the job, outside what is happening, you should not know. Raining, fighting, what is happening outside, don't worry about it. Once you get the job, you interact with the people. Otherwise, you interact with the subject only. Okay, now, did you understand these techniques? Right, online students, because of these techniques, are you getting confused or understood? Either I have to confuse you or I have to make you to understand. Understood or confused? That is a you need to say bigger voice. Understood or confused? Shall I ask one question? Atla do this, sir. Understood or confused? Understood? Shall I ask some questions? Shall I? So, come to the point. So, coming to the point back. I'll move to this. This is called as the subject of what? Instance to instance, class to class method, instance method to class method to instance method. This is called which method? Which kind of concept? Class level method. Now I am entering into what? Static method. What is happening in static method? Static method to static method to class method to static method, instance method to static method to instance method. Today ardham kala. If you add two more, what is happening? Unnadi potadi. So coming to the point of it, Manoj, understand little bit confused. I'm very clear. I have very perfect clarity about it. You ask me any question, I will answer. Okay, now fine. Now I'm going to enter into the static method. Very easy. Static methods actually class level method. If you see, very rarely they will come. Rarely, very rarely. 99% they gone for instance methods only. You go to the place once now, students, go to the Python, Python environment you go, run as an administrator. Here you see help of list you see, help of list you see, total things you observe it, all your methods which you learned in our class. What is this? Self related only. No CLS is available. Such a bigger library also totally self only available. So they are called which methods? Instance methods. Class level methods, very rare they will come. And I don't want to skip off that. If I skip off, my class is not going to be wonderful. So even my heart will not permit even if I skip off. Whatever the syllabus content we designed it, completely I want to talk about it, which is useful in your real time. So now I am entering into what? Static method. Shall I go to the static method? So instance data members are used for what purpose? To perform object level operations. You can specify what? Instance data members. Class level methods are used for what? Performing common operations by providing common values to all the objects of same class. By the class level methods. Now I am going to introduce static method. What is the use of static method? I am going to discuss with an example itself. So class level methods are clear. Class level methods are clear. Go to static method. Simple. Static method. Static method example1.py. Static method example1.py. Are you following me now? Right. Now I'm going to take up static method example. Take an example of class employee. Class employee. What I am doing in this employee? DEF get EMP vals. There I am writing self.envo is equal to int of input of enter employee number. Enter employee number. Next I'm going to take it self dot employee name. Name I am going to take it. Name. So I'm going to take up name here. Name I am going to write it. So done. Next self dot what I am taking sal is equal to float of what I am writing now. Enter employee salary. Enter employee salary. Okay. Careful ma. Enter employee salary. Okay, nice. This is okay. Now I'm taking one more type of class. See, students, one more type of class I'm taking. What is my next class here? Student. Student, I'm going to take it. Get STUD values. STUD values. SNO, I'm talking about it. Enter what here? Student number. Student number. Enter student name. Enter student name. This is called a name. Okay, leave it. Two things only I'm taking. Let me take one more type of thing. What is the next one? Teacher. I will take a class called a teacher. Class called a teacher. Class called a teacher. So I'm writing here get a teacher values. Get a teacher values. Where I'm trying to write it. PNO. There I'm writing enter a teacher number. Enter a teacher number. So I will write it next to T name. Name only. Enter a teacher name. Enter a teacher name. Next is called enter a teacher subject. Teachers, teacher experience, I will take it. Teacher experience, I will take it. EXP. I'll take it as EXP. I'll take it self dot subject. is equal to like this. Enter teacher subject. Be careful. Teacher subject. Right. How many classes I am having? 3 classes I am having. So to get those values, how many objects I have to create? 3 objects I have to create. Every class name is treated as what? Programmer defined data type. Class is just considered as a specification to my application. So now I need to create E1 is equal to employee of. So next S is equal to student of, student of. E is equal to EMP of. Next I'm writing here S capital. Next T is equal to teacher of. What is the content of all of them? E dot underscore underscore dict. Next S dot underscore underscore dict. Comma I will write it. Comma I will write it. S dot underscore underscore dict. S dot underscore underscore dict. Comma T dot underscore underscore dict. Close. Close. There I am trying to write it. Try to run this once. Now I am going to take it. 3 important objects are created. No data present inside of it. Understood? Now I want to read the data. How do you read the data now? Come on. E dot. What is this now? Get employee values. Get employee values. You are getting it. You are getting it. This is the one. Of course, I will write it here. If you want, here I will write it. After that, I will write it what? S dot what? Get STUD values. Next, I will write it what? T dot. Get teacher values. You print the data here. Once again, you try to print the data. Once again, you try to print the data. Before reading empty. Now you be careful. Start. Empty objects. So 100. So RS. Say 43.4. Student number 200. Say something like Ranjan. So say something like teacher name. So something like DR. Teacher number 300. DR. So experience is some 12 years. And the C language. See the data, students, carefully. This is an employee data which was containing earlier empty, which is containing empty now. For second empty is called student data. Student data. Now you try to go that side. What is happening? Teacher number, teacher name, and etc. is coming over here. This is comes under what? All 3 objects data is red. How do you display the data? Now I want to display the data. How do you display the data? How do you display the data? Already I wrote the display kind of concept or not. Instance method example 3. Instance method example 4. Here I wrote it. Display data. I wrote a separate display concept inside of each class. Like that. Today what I need to do? What I need to do? I will go to where? Here I will write it. D of, come on. Display EMP vals. Vals. I have to write how many lines? 3 lines of code I need to write. 3 lines of code I need to write. This is called what? Particularly I am writing in which class? EMP class. Similarly, I will come to which class? Student class. Again, I have to write what? Display what? STUD values again. I have to write 2 lines of statements. 2 lines of statements. Again, I have to write what here? Display. Display what kind of thing? Teacher here. Again, I need to write how many lines? 4 lines of code I need to write. 4 lines of code I need to write. Is it not my time waste of writing display employee values, display student values, display teacher values? I don't want to write 3 times in 3 classes. Understood? I don't want to. What I am expecting. Is there any concept which will display the details of any object of any class? Is there any concept in Python to display any object data of any class? Universal. Universal. I want one method which will display the object data of any class. That is called what? Universal operation. I want to display the data of any object of any class. That is called a universal method, which will provide operations to any object of any class. That is called a static method. Static methods are providing universal operations for all the objects of any class. Instance method will do operations on the same object. Class level method will do common operations on all objects of same class. Static method will do operations on all objects of any class. For example, you are there. You are doing the operations by yourself. It is called what? Instance method. As a teacher, I am providing the operations to my students of my class only. It is called what? Class level. Guido van Rossum is providing the operation for all Python people. That is called a static method. ఇట్లా చెప్పకూడదు ఇంటర్వ్యూకి వెళ్తే. Once you go to an interview, you should not tell like that. Okay, now you should not tell like that. Are you following this? So coming to the point of it, here I will write it. Remove this. This you already understood. Now we are taking here I am writing online students. Did you understand this importance? Did you understand the situation which I said? I don't want to separate methods here. I want to take one method which will display the object data of anything. We are taking static method which will display the content of what? Any object of any class. Any object of any class, which will display the content of any object of any class. రావాలంటే ఇక్కడికి తీసుకొస్తాను. Which will display the content of any class. That is what is called static method. Shall I go to the static method now? Every method of Python belongs to dash. ఎందుకు మొద్దుబాబులు మీరు ఎందుకు మొద్దుబాబులు? Go to the place, class concept. A class is a collection of data, members and methods. Every method of Python belongs to what? Class. Every function of Python belongs to what? మొద్దుబాబులు ఎందుకు మీరు అసలు? Go to this 9 AM. Modules you go. Modules in Python. A module is a collection of functions, global variables, class name. Every function of Python belongs to what? Module. Every method of Python belongs to what? Class. People will ask you, what is the difference between function and method? Every function belongs to module. Every method belongs to class. A subprogram of main program is, if I write in functional programming, it is called function. A subprogram written inside the class of oops, it is called method. Operation is same. Both of them are reusable. Whenever I import the function of a module, that function will take the memory space. Whenever I inherit the method of any class into another class through inheritance, that will not take the memory space. This is the technical points. మీకు ఓన్లీ సౌండ్ వినిపిస్తుంది. You are listening sound, but technically you did not understand. So module level, I said inheritance. When I go for module importing, it will take the memory space, because I said at which level? Advantages of oops, I said. So when the students comes to oops level, almost that is overhead that concept, because of lack of practicing and all. So anyhow, it is your personal things. If you practice well, tomorrow you will do the job. Otherwise you will roaming on the road only, searching here and there and then doing. After getting some number of years, parents will ask directly, when do you get the job? And you will say, I'm going to Hyderabad. I will come back after getting Hyderabad. So nothing going to native place because of lot of strain and no subject, struggling for job, doing some odd job and getting some problems in the life and struggling a lot. That's called becoming poor. If you read well, by keeping every points in the mind, you'll become rich by working in the industry. So Go to the place. Now I'm going to take up. Go to the static method. Every method of Python belongs to what? ఇప్పుడే కదా చెప్పింది class. Now I'm taking one class. Now I'm taking one class. Class HYD. Class HYD. Class HYD. Okay, class. Inside of it, I'm defining one type of method. Which method? Static method. Every static method must be preceded with what? A decorator. Static method. Predefined decorator. You did not define decorator. Actually, we defined a decorator. Inside the decorator, we defined. Defined or not? Decorator. Inside the decorator. Inside decorator also we defined. So I will write it. D of, what is this now? Display object data. Object data. It won't take self. It won't take CLS. How do you recognize it is a static method? Number one is called what? Decorator. Number two is what? No CLS, no self. Because it is not related to self of the same class. It is not related to same class operations. No, it is going to be operation on any class object, any kind of circumstance you can use it. So just to say pass. Come to every static method must be called with respect to class name. First point adi. Like a class level method, static method also must be called with respect to the class name. So how do you call now? HYD dot, what is the function name? Display object data. What you are passing? E. This is what you are calling class level method. Class level method with respect to class level method with respect to what? Class name. Class name. Then next, when you are passing E, I will take one parameter here. OBJ. What is OBJ? Positional parameter for what? E. Total data of E is present in where? OBJ. OBJ. Now, how do you write that OBJ data? Now I will print. I am in which method? Static method. I am in static method. How do you print the data? Print of, tell me. How do you print object data? మీకు చెప్పే బదులు ఎక్కడన్నా హిమాలయాల పర్వతాలు పోవడం మంచిది. OBJ dot underscore dict. How do you print the object data? OBJ dot underscore dict. Underscore dict. E data. E. Employee data already you read. That data I'm passing to what? OBJ. How do you print the data? OBJ dot dict. Okay, next. మళ్ళా కాల్ చేస్తాను ఇంకొకటి చూడండి మధుబాబులు. సో హియర్ ఐ విల్ పాస్ ఇట్ వాట్? ఎస్. హియర్ ఐ విల్ పాస్ ఇట్ ఎస్. హియర్ ఐ విల్ పాస్ ఇట్ టీ. చూడండి మధుబాబులు. ఎగ్జిక్యూట్. సి. ఎంటర్ ద నంబర్ 100. RS. So 2.3. Student number 200. Something like Ramesh. So teacher number 300. DR and experience 20. C language. See that I am inside the static method. Employee data. I am inside the static method. Student data. I am inside the static method. Teacher data. How many times defined? How many times defined? One time defined. How many times calling? That means a static method can take object of any data. It is not particular to only that class. It can take an object of anything. So now I want to print the data. How do you print the data of every object? How do you print the data of every object? How do you print the data of every object? ఎందుకు మీరు అసలు పేస్ట్ అసలు go to the place. Here you take it. Here you take it. Here you take it. Here you take it. You see here how I was printed. S1 dot underscore dict dot items. S2 dot dict dot keys. And I printed the complete data. మనం క్లాస్కి వచ్చామంటే ఒక పవర్ ఉండాలి. Once we go to the class, it should have some power in your body. Otherwise, what is the use? So go to the place. Here I am going to write it. Now I am writing. What is this now? Go. Come on. For data member name, comma, data member value in where? Come on. Obj dot, obj dot, obj dot, huh? Obj dot, underscore, underscore, dict dot, items. ఐటమ్స్ ఆల్రెడీ చెప్పాను ఇది మీకు అన్నీ చెప్పింటా నేను కానీ మీరు ప్రాక్టీస్ చేయాలి యూ నీడ్ టు ప్రాక్టీస్ ఇట్ బట్ యూ విల్ నాట్ ప్రాక్టీస్ ఇట్ వాట్ యూ విల్ డూ ఇన్ ద ఎంటైర్ డే టైమ్ ఐ డోంట్ నో ఆర్ డూయింగ్ ఎనీ పార్ట్ టైమ్ జాబ్ పార్ట్ టైమ్ జాబ్ చేస్తున్నారా ఆర్ డూయింగ్ ఎనీ పార్ట్ టైమ్ జాబ్ ఆఫ్టర్ ద క్లాస్ యూ విల్ గో అండ్ స్లీప్ ఆర్ వాట్ పార్ట్ టైమ్ జాబ్ ఆ జాబ్ ఈ జాబ్ మానుకొని సబ్జెక్ట్ చదువుకోండి డోంట్ డూ దట్ పార్ట్ టైమ్ జాబ్స్ బై పార్ట్ టైమ్ జాబ్ వాట్ యూ విల్ డూ సో బ్యాక్ స్లాష్ టీ see that try to enter this dot format of what is this now data member name comma data member value so try to close this so here you are writing try to run this beautiful say the value 100 say something like row sum so 5.6 next student number 200 next is called Uma. So next teacher number 300, say something like Rajesh Kumar. So Rajesh Kumar. Next is called what you know, experience is 15 years and the subject is Python. So see that. Madhubabu student sorry. Employee data, student data, teacher data. But I don't know it is a teacher data, student data, I don't know. But I want to use properly. I want to go to the subject of like this. What I do is along with E, I will pass it as what? Employee. I'll pass it along with the student. I'll pass it to student. And I'll pass it here what you know? Teacher. I'll say here some extra parameter. What is this? OBJ and OBJ info. OBJ and OBJ info. What I will do now here? I will write it object information not the format of obj info so I will write it here so try to execute now say is 100 now say is called what you know Kunal so I'm writing Kunal and 4.5 and say student number is called 200 something like you know Rajesh and the next is called teacher number 400 here we are and say something like 27 and I will write Python so getting here you see employee object information student object information teacher object information like this is called what type of method static method this is understood so how I called with respect to what name class name you can also call you see go to the place here I am writing go to the place here I am writing 2.py go to this place call it come out of that you can call with respect to what you can call with respect to what you know like this HYD you see H is equal to HYD of these are all technique students deep subject if you go these are all called base and mean students actually object need not to create but you can call with respect to object also actually international rule is what with a class name only you can call with respect to object also but I don't prefer to go for object why object does not contain any data now you can execute happily like this execute say 110 say something like Ramu here and say something like you know 2.3 I get it so 20 here and say some KVR here and say some number called what you know but 30 here and some Uma here experience is 10 years and say Java hyphen Python See students, employee data, object data, student data, teacher data, everything. పర్ఫెక్ట్. అసలు ఊప్స్ అంటే చాలా ఫైర్ ఉండాలి. ఊప్స్ మీన్స్ ఫైర్. ఆర్ యూ ఫైర్? అది చెప్పడానికి కూడా లేదు మీలో. ఎందుకని సార్ చూస్తున్నాడు మమ్మల్ని. రైట్? డూ హ్యావ్ ఫైర్? రైజ్ ద హ్యాండ్. డూ హ్యావ్ ఫైర్? హూ ఈస్ హావింగ్ ఫైర్? So, coming to the point of it. So, here we are calling with respect to what? Object name. So, who is having the fire, students? Hmm? Daily I am playing with you. Hmm? So, go to the place. Here I am having. Kunal is saying that me is saying me. So, wildfire is having. Wildfire means if he come to in front of me, what fire is there, you can come to know. Offline students are feeling like that. Online students will say more, but when you sit in front of the class, you will come to know what fire you will have. So, Rakesh, I am not wildfire. I am just fire only. I am just fire only. So, come. Static method example 3. So, see, since I have fire, I can teach continuously morning to evening classes. Morning to evening, continuous classes I am taking. Because interest, commitment, responsibility, that sharpness, all the things will come when you have fire in the mind. If no subject, go to the class also, you will feel tension first of all. Understand this? First, you have to habituate this all these things in your mind. You want to become rich or not? Huh? Chappana? Then you need to read subject now. To become rich, two sources. One is politician, and one more is subject. What you want? Politician? Huh? You don't have because you are good. Politician means something they will do corruption. Will you do corruption? Huh? You cannot. Your heart will not permit. Then what you do to do? Other source is what? Doing good and then getting money. That is called what? Only with subject. Correct or not, students? So why don't you do that? That's my point I'm saying. Hmm? So come to the point. Here I'm going to write it. This is the one I'm writing. Today I'll remove. I'll remove. See students, what I'm doing next. Beautiful. నేను ఇప్పుడు ఒక ఎగ్జాంపుల్ చెప్తున్నాను. Now we are calling. Now we are calling this kind of thing. You are reading. Now here, after reading, immediately, what are you doing? You know, you are reading. The moment when you read the value, immediately I want to display the value. Here, calling static method, calling static method from where? Static method of which class? Static method of which class? HYD class from which method? Instance method of which class? EMP. How do you call? No problem. Any class static method, no problem. I will call with respect to class name only. What is my class name? Come on. EMP dot what? Get vals. Get vals no. Get vals no. HYD dot. What is the function name? No. HYD dot display object data. Display object data. What it takes? OBJ. Next what? OBJ info. Come on. What is an object of EMP class in EMP class? What is an object of question mark comma? Uma, very good. Very good. That is, here I am writing employee. Employee. What is an object of EMP in employee class? Self. Self. అందుకనే మీకు సెల్ఫ్ ఉండాలి. సెల్ఫ్ అంటే వన్స్ యూ హావ్ స్కూటర్ వెన్ యూ క్లిక్ దట్ స్టార్ట్ బటన్ స్టార్ట్ అవ్వాలి. కానీ సెల్ఫ్ అంటారు మామూలుగా ఇన్ తెలుగు ఇన్ నార్మల్ వర్డ్స్. pressing the button, not starting. Not starting means fire is not there. Do you have self? Huh? Come on. Raise the hand. Who is having self? వాళ్ళు చూడడానికి అందరూ మంచిగా ఉన్నారు, డీసెంట్. సబ్జెక్ట్ knocking the brain, big sound is coming. What do you students? So done. Self means what? Current class object. Calling. With respect to what you are calling? HYD. Similarly, call it from here. Call it from here. Beautiful. What are you passing here? Student. Same. Self only. Self means which self? Student self. Here also calling. What is this now? Teacher. Beautiful. Finished. Come on. Execute. How beautiful it is. Run. Student number 100. Something like, Kunal. Kunal. Say something like 3.4. Got the Kunal data immediately. Because I'm reading and immediately displaying. Student number 200. Say something like Rajesh. Now I'm going to get Rajesh data immediately coming. Teacher number is 300. Something like Travis. Travis Oliphant. Travis Oliphant, ETL, ETL, and the teacher experience is 20, and then subject is called pandas, pandas, and numpy, and like this. I got the data like this. This is called what? Calling class level a static method from any class with respect to class name. Understood or not? Simple. Done. Now go to the place. Now I'm going to take it. This is a way to get it. Now I'm going to take up. This is the one you are calling it. Now I'll go to one more kind of thing. Last and final. మీకు అర్థమవుతూనే చెప్తాను ఇది. If you get confused, I'm not responsible. Okay? What is that? Class level method to static method to instance method. Be careful. మీకు అర్థమవుతూనే ఇలాంటి వద్దు. If you are dare to understand, go. Otherwise, no. So go to that. I'm writing. Go to this. Here I'm writing. Static method example 3.py, 3.py, 4.py, 4.py, 4.py. Actually, these many number of examples you will not find in any one of the website. Some people will ask, sir, tell me which website I have to go for it. Which website you go for it, you will get Python notes. You follow anything and open our notes and just go through once. You'll come to know. Go to this place now. Copy this now. 4.py. Come to this now. Here 4.py. Here I am writing. Be careful. Actually, not necessary, but intentionally I am creating this deep flow. At the rate, what I am doing, class method, DEF, display, object data of what I am writing, CLS comma obj info comma obj. 3 parameters I am passing. Pass. Okay. Come on here. We are calling. Which one we are calling? Calling class level method. Don't write this. Say here HYD dot use. Calling class level method with respect to e comma everything you are calling. Display object data. Which method it is? Class level method. I think this one is called what? Calling. Which method it is? Static method. This is static method. So this is called static method. Earlier program, by mistake I typed this comment wrong. Static method this is. Static method. Here also static method, I hope. Yes. Static method this is. Static method. So this is also static method. Static method here also. Okay. Coming to this 4, we are calling class level method. This is a class level method. With respect to what name? Class name. You are calling with respect to class name. That is a universal rule. Class name. With respect to class name. with respect to class name, it will go to where? Class level method. Class level method here. Class level method is calling what? Static method. How do you call it? Class name dot. What is my class name? HYD. HYD. HYD is present in where? So I can call in two ways. One is with respect to CLS, one more with respect to, yes. So how do you do that? You want to do that CLS dot, what is this now? Display object data, this one. What you will pass it? OBJ, comma, OBJ info. Beautiful. Calling static method from class level method with respect to with respect to hmm, with respect to what? CLS. CLS contains your current class name only. Okay. Execute. Beautiful. Say start. Run this code. Say 110. Say 10. Now I'm going to take up. So go to this place. So something like RS. So 4.5 number says a 30. So Richie. Now I'm writing something like 40. Dennis. So there I'm writing 20. C language. Perfect. All the information is coming. Anyway, the output is coming. This is comes under what? Calling with respect to CLS. Calling the static method called with respect to class name. Calling with respect to object name. Calling with respect to what? CLS. You can write happily this one is what? Class name also you can call it. That part already you know. This I will write it. Or you can also write like this and put a comment here. Put a comment here. What is the comment here? There I am writing. Here I will write it. HYD dot. Are you following me? Anyhow, from instance method you called. From class method you called. Whichever method you like it, you can call it. How do you call it? With respect to what? Class name, CLS. That's all. Class name, CLS, object name also you can call. M Babu అర్థమవుతుందా? M Babu Rambabu అర్థమవుతుందా? Are you following? Now, ఇంకా చెప్పాలా? మీకేమో I will tell. మీకు అర్థం కావాలి కదా. So, come to the point back. This is object name you are calling. Here class name you are calling. Go to the previous place. This is the 3. Are you following me? This is the 1. Go to the place. Here I will go to this place. I'll call it. Take. Here I will take it. In this place. Go to this place. Beautiful point. You observe it. 5.py. 5.py. Go to this place. 4.py you bring it. 4.5.py you bring it. See this now. 5.py. Go to the place. Don't write which method? Class level method you don't write it. This use. Take it as what? Take it as what? Self you take it. Which method it is? Instance method. Keep a comment for few minutes. I'll come back. Go to this place. Here you come. Here you come. Instance method I am taking. Come on, what is this now? HYD off. HYD off. What is this HYD off? Nameless object. Without object name I am calling. Calling class level instance method. Calling instance method with respect to what object? With respect to nameless object. No doubt in that. It's very complicated. Because I want to tell you that it should not found even in any of the website. Because you will come across in industry this one. You will not find in any one of the website. You search it from morning to evening. Search it. Sir, how can we improve? You go on practicing, you will enter into R&D level. And this much patiently, no code will be given. Come to the point. So here, coming to this place, class HYD, This is called calling the instance method. What are you passing? Object name you are passing. Here self is containing. This is a self. Obj our data, object info. Now you are calling. Which one? Display data. How you can call it? Every class level method must be called with respect to what? Class name. Already you know na? Class name. Execute it now. Calling. What is this now? Somewhere else there is a mistake. HYD dot self of obj comma what? Obj info. HYD dot. Yes. Somewhere else. Here. E obj info. Employee. Two values are coming. Three things are there. Obj info. Here. HYD. Obj. HYD. Okay. No issue. Try to run. Any error come will take care. 10 RS say something like 2.3. Number 20 say something like DR, and say something like 40, something like yes DS, and say some 23, and say something like Python. So see the answer now. What is coming? Perfect. Employee, student, teacher. Okay now. What is doing here? From instance method, I am calling what? Class name. This was already completed here only. This was already completed here or not? This part, what I am trying to tell, this is called HYD. This is Sanipudu. What are the possibilities I was written there? Class name, CLS, class name written, object name written. One more is called H also written H. H is where it is written here. H dot, HYD dot. Object when you are calling, what is an object of HYD class in HYD class? Self. I can call this by using what also? Super. This is subject. You can call class static method with respect to self also provided static method present in the same class. Beautiful. Execute. Done. Employee number 10, Ragnadeep Mohanty. Ragnadeep Mohanty. So employee name 3.4. Student number 20, Kunal. Next is called as teacher number 30. Something like Rajesh. Next is called what? Experience and Python. Python. Beautiful. మీరు ఏ విధంగా చూసినా ఆన్సర్ వస్తాం. But will you remember all these techniques? Listening from here, getting out of it. No storage here, no storage capacity. See, students. So you did not ask me so far, sir, how to remember all these things. You did not ask so far. You did not ask so far.